Welcome back inside Clune Arena. Post-game, New Mexico has knocked off the Air Force Academy. The Lobos rout the Falcons here in Colorado Springs. Final score, UNM 85, Air Force 66. Welcome in to the Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino post-game show. Winning entertainment, including simulcast racing, live music, dining, the best games, and more. That's the Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino. Lobos 85, Air Force 66 is the final, and a comprehensive effort for UNM here today. The Lobos finished the game shooting it 54.7% from the floor, 35 of 64. Air Force 25 of 53 for 47.4%. UNM 4 of 19 from the arc, 21%. Air Force 32% from distance, 7 of 27. New Mexico made its free throws. Again, 11 out of 14, 79%. Excellent. Air Force 9 out of 19. Not good, just 49%. Air Force turned it over 18 times to the Lobos 14. UNM wins the points off turnovers battle 26-15. Total rebounding 36-28. New Mexico advantage, offensive end 13-9. Lobos. Second chance points. Lobos win that 14-7. Dominating bench points 24-0. Paint points, all Lobos 54-32. Fast break points 19-10. New Mexico. The Lobos with another double-digit steals game, 11 of them. That's their 9th this year. 9 steals for Air Force. Lobos, 11 assists on 35 field goals. The Falcons, 21 assists on 25 makes. We were tied 3 times. The lead changed hands just once. A 4-point edge for the Falcons at the start of the game, 4-0. Their biggest lead. The Lobos used 13 consecutive points in a scoring run in the first half to take their first advantage, and they never looked back, never trailed again. UNM led for more than 32 minutes. Air Force led for just shy of 5. New Mexico, with the victory, improves its overall record to 16-3 and 4-2 in league. Air Force drops its 8th in a row. They're 7-10 and 0-5 in Mountain West Conference play. The up-to-the-minute Mountain West standings have Utah State atop the league at 5-1. Boise State, with its win over San Diego State, is at 4-1. And then tied for third with San Diego State, whom they've already beaten once this season in the pit last weekend. The Lobos and the Aztecs both sit at 3-2 in conference play. The Lobos and Aztecs at 4-2 in conference play, tied for third, 1 game out of first. Colorado State is at 3-2 in league play, trailing them Nevada and Wyoming, both at 2-2. UNLV sits at 2-3, followed by Fresno State and San Jose State at 1-4, and Air Force at 0-5. Okay, we take a post-game timeout. We come back on the other side. We'll hear from Lobo head coach Richard Pitino and a UNM star of the game. The Lobos rout the Falcons in Colorado Springs. Final score, New Mexico 85, Air Force 66. Stay with us on the UNM Sports Radio Network. Welcome back inside Clune Arena at the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs. It's the Lobo Basketball Postgame Show presented by the Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino. Winning entertainment, including simulcast racing, live music, dining, the best games, and more. That's the Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino. We're joined courtside by head coach Richard Pitino. His New Mexico Lobos defeat Air Force 85-66. Coach, performance by your team. What did you like best?
I liked a lot, obviously. I thought we rebounded the ball very, very well defensively in the first half. And a lot of the second half, we played terrific defense. First part of second half, not as good. It's hard to beat a team in our conference on the road by 19, especially this team because they play a low possession game. Offensively, 55% was great. JT was terrific, just down low. They didn't have any answers for him. So Air Force have been getting better and better and better. Obviously, we came here last year, didn't play very well, and our guys were ready to go. Fans were amazing. It felt like a home court. So really appreciate everybody that made the drive up. And it's a road win. We haven't had one of those in conference, so proud of our guys.
Coach, it did look like your team was really well prepared. You know, they were running their stuff in the first half. You defended great. We even saw them anticipating the back cuts and get a couple of steals on it. I didn't really see any layups from the back cuts till the second half. What did you think?
Yeah, first half, terrific. They got us twice, and we made a second effort. Donovan and House. Donovan got a deflection. House got a steal. They're going to get you on it, but I just thought our multiple efforts were really good. Watching the film from last year, we were really disappointed in our defensive intensity. Way better this time around.
You mentioned JT Toppin, and the accolades are coming, and obviously he's just unbelievable. 25 points, 13 rebounds, and I'm done calling him one of the best freshmen in the region. He's one of the best posts in the league, isn't he, Coach?
Really good player, and I mean, we started getting it to him. I think our guys understood through the flow of the game, like, throw the ball down to him, make them stop him. We felt like we had an advantage on the interior. I even thought Mustafa did some great things rebounding the ball in the second half. So credit to our guys for finding him. The movement was really, really good. The extra passes were really good, and I thought we played really well offensively together.
You mentioned Mustafa, and we've talked about him a bunch here recently because he continues to improve in his role for you, and I thought we saw everything that he can do tonight. The floor game that he has, he made a three. He showed his ability to put it on the wood. You talked about the rebounding, a couple of assists. He's really got a really nice all-court game, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's playing great in conference. It was hard at the beginning, obviously, and it's hard it's like a junior college player to transfer. It's hard right away, and there is a little bit of pressure on these transfers to be great right away. So, great job by him. I'm happy he's bringing us a new dimension, knocking down those threes, rebounding the ball really, really well, 3 assists. He's skilled.
I mentioned it because you brought it up in our pregame, your disappointment that last year was such a great contingent of Lobo fans here a season ago without House that you could not get a win, so they'd have a nice, happy drive home. Got it done today. It did feel like a home game, didn't it?
It did. I mean, our fans are amazing, and for them to make the drive up, I know it's about 5 hours. It's hard to come on the road and take over a building, and our fans are the fan base to do that. They were amazing.
Incorporating the three-point shot. You've talked about it. 19 attempts. The Lobos need to take them and need to make them. It needs to be a part of the offense. You've said that. How do you like the way that is evolving in the shot selection?
It was fine. I mean, Mash was really under the weather, so he was 1 for 6. I liked his looks. He battled his butt off. Jalen had some good looks as well. You can't complain when you shoot 55% and score 85 on the road. So we'll knock them down when we need to. Just keep taking good shots.
Getting ready for another road trip. San Jose State next week. Congratulations. Lobos on a roll. Great win, Coach.
Thank you.
Lobo head coach Richard Pitino postgame here courtside at Clune Arena at the Air Force Academy. New Mexico knocks off the Falcons by a count of 85-66. Try the new Sonic cheeseburger lineup with 2 new juicy cheeseburgers, tangy hickory barbecue, and indulgent garlic butter bacon, starting at $3.99 for a limited time only at Sonic. Lobos a winner 85-66 over the Falcons. Some individual numbers and, man, some impressive numbers indeed. JT Toppin with his 6th double-double. He's now 1 off the New Mexico freshman record of 7 set by all-timer Ketty Thomas. 25 points and 13 rebounds for the fantastic freshman. 12 of 15 floor, 1 of 2 at the arc. Toppin in 31 minutes scored 25 and pulled 13 boards. Wow. The Lobos, no fewer than 5 in double figures, nearly had 6. Jalen House came up just short. Jamal Mashburn Jr. with the Baker's dozen, 4 of 11 from the field, 1 of 6 at the arc, and 4 of 5 at the line. In 29 minutes, he scored 13 points. 11 points apiece for Mustafa Amsil and True Washington off the UNM bench. True, 4 of 5 floor, 1 of 2 arc, 2 of 2 line. 5 rebounds, 2 assists in 23 minutes. Great all-court game for that fantastic freshman. The veteran big Mustafa Amsil continues to assert himself in the Mountain West. 11 points. 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 of 10 field, 1 of 2 arc, 2 of 2 stripe in 27 bench minutes. Amsil, major contribution. Donovan Dent, double figures, 10 points, 4 of 7 from the field, 2 of 2 at the foul line, 1 rebound and 2 assists. Dent in 32 minutes, the floor general here tonight. Jalen House, 9 points, 4 of 9 from the field, 0 for 4 from the arc, 1 of 2 at the foul line, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. House does the other stuff. 4 steals. All those steals for House coming in the first half set the tone for a defensive effort in the first half that allowed New Mexico to take complete command of this game, grabbing a lead of 44-24, 20-point edge at halftime. The biggest road halftime lead in a Mountain West game for the Lobos in 5 years. You have to go all the way back. 6. You have to go all the way back to 2018, the last time the Lobos led at halftime on the road in a Mountain West game by as many as 20 points. 2018 at CSU. 6 years later, they do it here in Clune. Rounding out the scoring for the Lobos, Mustafa Amsil, I mentioned that he had the 11. Dent with 10. Washington with 11. 4 as well for Nelly Jr. Joseph. He had 4 rebounds. Nelly continues to do what he does, and that's block shots. Joseph did it again here today. 3 more blocks after back-to-back 5 block games. First guy to do that for the Lobos since Obach Ajet. Nelly Jr. Joseph contributes in so many ways. Quentin Webb got a dunk on an inbounds play to round out the New Mexico scoring in 3 minutes of court time. Q finished with 2. Today's adjustment of the game is brought to you by The Joint, the official chiropractor of UNM Athletics, and the adjustment would be the second half when it did start to work a little bit. That Princeton offense for Air Force Academy, they got some back cuts, they got some easy buckets, they got some layups. The Lobos went to the 2-3 zone. If you heard Coach Pitino in our pregame, he said they've got it, and they've got a little matchup zone that they will use, bumping zone as he likes to call it, and indeed they showed it in the second half and forced Air Force to shoot over top of it and not give up those layups. There were about 3 or 4 of those back cuts that were converted by the Falcons there in the first 10 minutes or so of the second half. New Mexico's next game, it's on the road. It's at San Jose State. It's Wednesday of this week coming up. It'll be a 9 p.m. Mountain Time tip. Our airtime 8:30 with the Lobo Basketball pregame show from the Event Center on the campus of San Jose State University. The Lobos, winners of 3 in a row, deadlocked in a tie for third place in the Mountain West Conference, just 1 game out of first. They'll get San Jose State next. And make sure to get your tickets. 1 week, actually 8 days. It's Sunday of next weekend. The Lobos will host heated rival Nevada. 9-game skid against the Wolfpack. That's on Sunday the 28th. That's an 8 p.m. tip in the historic pit. Our time 7:30. Make sure to get your tickets for that one. Sell it out. Make it impossible for Coaches Alford and Neal, the former Lobo coaches, to come and get a win in the pit. UNM looking to end that 9-game skid against Nevada. That'll do it for us for tonight, for this afternoon. We'll not have a post-game guest as far as a player goes. Remember to tune in on Wednesday from San Jose, the Lobos and the Spartans. We'll give that one to you from the Event Center at 8:30 Mountain Time with the pregame show. Big thank you to Bob Walpo, our producer and engineer, sports information director for Lobo Basketball, Steve Kirkland. I'm Robert Portnoy. So long. Your final score for the final time from Clune in Colorado Springs. The Lobos rout the Academy. New Mexico, 85, Air Force, 66. This has been Lobo Basketball on the UNM Sports Radio Network.